A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
Not high noon, but not too far off. This is the Mason Crosby Show. I'm Mitch Nellis, host of the leadoff show. Tommy Wirtz is here. And the all-time leading scorer in Green Bay Packers history, Mason freaking Crosby, is here.
Yep, just dadding it up over here. So,
Yeah. Oh, you got some dad? You had some more dad stories today, or just every day?
Just every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I took a little breather. Molly was busy this morning, so I was able to go and get a little workout in, hit some golf balls. You know, just need those resets every once in a while.
I was going to ask if you have a tea time after or if you hit some before. I saw the polo today.
No, as soon as this show's over, it's pick up kids, go to softball game, all the things.
Yeah,
So
are
we're rolling.
you able to find some time to get a couple swings in with Molly down? I guess I didn't even consider that.
it's just practice,
What-
practice. We're talking about practice.
Come on, empathy, Tommy.
No,
Yeah,
it's
bring that
all right
empathy.
though. Hey, as long as I can get a little, I get a little work in. I get an hour or so where I can go and chip and putt and keep this game, kind of tight. As soon as Molly's walking around again, I can get back out there.
Do you got a simulator yet? You got anything that you can just go
There have been rumors of a
run
simulator
over
for a
and swing
while
in,
now.
in the
We've
household?
been trying to get that worked out, but we're kind of at a standstill with what we're going to do at the house, different things.
Is
So
that
no
still
simulator?
is that still a conversation about futures up in the air?
Yeah, renovation is on hold.
Okay,
right
sounds
now.
like
Yeah,
if you need a realtor in the Milwaukee area, I could definitely hook you up with one of
yeah,
those. If
great.
you,
yeah.
we would love if the Crosbys moved to Milwaukee, Tommy.
I mean,
You
do
can
love
rent a
coming
room
to
in their
Milwaukee.
basement.
Heck yeah.
Oh, that'd
Yeah,
be
Tommy.
amazing.
Yeah, we'll give you a place
Built-in
to stay,
nanny.
Tommy.
Built-in nanny. Tommy Wirtz.
Oh yeah, because I have all the time.
We've
in
already
the
talked
world.
about that. Tommy would be a great Manny.
He
Let's
would.
get him-
Manny.
let's get him
Oh,
going,
I
yeah.
don't like that.
A Manny?
A Manny? Is
What's
that a
wrong with
real
it?
thing?
Yeah, of
Oh, yeah.
course.
Oh
For sure.
no, yeah, no. That just sounds gross when
Oh
you
my
say it
God.
like that. I'm just
I
saying.
hate baseball so much.
Why?
What do you
It's
hate?
just like
Oh, did
everything's
the game just start? I
yeah,
haven't even-
the one out. They got an out, but like there
They
was
got an out.
All right, so Rengifo has never played first base before,
You hate Rengifo
and there's
so
a
much.
pop up behind first, and he's like trying to like sideways camp under it, and finally, Mike Jones.
No,
Greg-
it's Matos.
Oh, Matos is in right. That's right. Finally, Matos gets over there and calls him off and catches the ball. But like Rengifo already looks broken. He already looks broken. All right, this is not what we're talking about today. This is the Mason Crosby Show. I was at the game last night, so maybe I'm the good luck charm. My first game of
That's
the
what
year.
I was going to say.
I'm
That was going to be
1-0,
my first line.
Oh.
I was going to be like,
Oh.
Thunder, why aren't you at this game? Like, I mean, you should have just had your headset on
I
wireless
said
thing.
to Tommy that I'm going to leave and I'm going to go to the game, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're going to go to the game.
You're the
Mitch,
good luck charm.
Mitch, you're so stupid." That's all Tommy thinks.
On your
Like, literally,
55th
Tommy comes
birthday
in here every
also,
day.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
I like happy birthday. I did not know that.
Yeah, but when
you had
when,
aged 5
All right, I
years.
got to put that on Facebook
when,
right
when
now.
Tommy ages you, I'm the not nice guy. When someone else does it that you know at the
It's
Brewers,
hilarious,
it's
right?
hilarious.
Well,
right.
it's because I was with two guys who are 55 and play on a 55 and older baseball team,
Mhm.
and
Ah.
they're trying to get me on their team.
So they were trying to change.
So
Oh
they're
man,
trying-
if
yeah.
enough information is out there. They're like, all right, they're
Exactly.
not. We won't check his
Yeah.
birth certificate.
What is it?
Do they check birth certificates in that
In the
anyway?
55 plus
I don't know.
league?
But it's
They're like, bring,
but
bring
Tommy,
your
you,
passport, your birth certificate. We got to make sure
Tommy,
you're
you know where
legit.
the milkmen play in Franklin.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they have a 35 and up, 45 and up, 55 and up, 65 and up, and then 72 and up. I think it
There's a
is.
70.
There's a
72
72 and up baseball
Ballers. I
league.
love that.
Is the manager have to be 72 or older of
I
that
don't know.
team?
No,
or-
because I bet it's I bet it's like their kids or grandkids. or
Varsho
something.
just struck out, so one down.
right.
They are. Yeah,
Oh, so he.
your
I-
parlay.
Mm.
It's
All right.
okay.
It's
Hey,
plenty of time.
I would
Yeah,
love
early.
to interview whoever is a manager in the 72 and up league. We'll figure that out.
But I don't know. Is
amazing.
it just player managers? Like I assume it's just player managers.
They're all Pete Rose in it.
Just
at that
find
time.
out, get somebody that has like, someone funny, like a character from the 72 and up league. Whenever you're out there, if you're out there playing, and like, let's get somebody from that league on our show.
So
I would just love to talk about that.
I don't know. It's not like that league over there, the Rock in Franklin.
Yep.
It's an awesome complex. If you're in the Milwaukee area, I'm sure you're familiar with it. If you're listening on any of our affiliates, Green Bay, Appleton, Wausau, Duluth, Superior. If you're ever in Milwaukee, go watch a Milkmen game. They are an awesome time. It's a really cool complex they have over there. But I don't know of any other maybe adult hardball leagues around the area of Milwaukee. In Minnesota, when I was over there,
there's Land O'Lakes still. There's still Land O'Lakes League.
They have a state-run town ball association, it's called. And Minnesota, I mean, there is a baseball stadium in any town. I mean, I remember towns of 1,500 people like are putting up a 40-man baseball team because of how much it goes in on this town ball league. And there is actually, I believe, the championship of the association, at least when I was there, is held at Target Field where the Twins play. Like they go all out for this. And there's been guys who are playing 40 years in town ball. I mean, they get guys that start in their 20s that are playing into their 60s. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Right, you want me to blow your mind?
Yeah.
All right. The Land O'Lakes Baseball League is celebrating its 104th season in Wisconsin.
Okay.
Here are your teams. In the borderline division, you have the East Troy Express. You can play in that one. Kenosha Kings, Racine Kiwanis, and Waterford Rivermen.
Hey, here's my question real quick, Mitch,
yeah.
as you keep naming. Is this one of the where you have to be like you have to live in that town?
You do not have to live, no. Because I know
I didn't know if it was like, all right, you have to be from that area or live there.
I don't think so because I've been offered to play. I don't see any
He's
teams
getting offers.
Okay.
No. Like
Scouting.
I had buddies who played on a team and they were like, "Hey, do you want to come play with us?" Like, yes, that's not
It's like Mitch is a top prospect in the 55 plus league.
I am, dude.
Those scouts just out there watching.
You know what, Tommy? When you're 50, you're not going to be a top recruit for the 55 and older.
I
All
might
right,
not
so
make
shut
it.
your face. Uncle, you know what? You're an uncle, you know what right now.
That's so good.
Dousman, Genesee, Economowoc, North Prairie, Rome. Maybe Ron and Rome plays. Heartland, Merton, Monches. I don't know what that is. Sussex. I think that's a bar. Brookfield has two teams. Menominee Falls. There's a Milwaukee team and a West Bend team. I know there used to be like a North Shore team. I don't know if it was Fox Point or wherever they played. So I think they play mostly at the high schools. But there is a Land O'Lakes league around the state. And I'm guessing if you're listening in Wausau, if you're listening in Duluth Superior, if you're listening up in Green Bay, Appleton, I'm guessing you have your leagues also, whether you're part of Land O'Lakes or if it's a different league.
That's
like
so
there
awesome.
are grown-up leagues all over the place.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, how do you balance? Because I'm guessing some of these guys also play softball. And how do you balance like softball? Like, because they're different games.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah,
that's like playing
those are
tennis
definitely-
and pickleball and ping pong.
If you are playing in a adult hardball league, I love bar league softball.
You probably hate softball, right?
But if you are in an adult hardball league, please call in and tell us about your experience. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law.
Or even if you've gone and watched one. Like I want to know, like,
been to a game,
kind of, like what that experience is like as well. Like I love that.
Well, I know a bunch of guys like who I played baseball with in high school. Like when they were done with college, those were the guys who were on this team.
Yeah,
and so like it was a bunch of like
Just keep it
27,
rolling.
28-year-olds who probably like were trying to relive the glory years and
Yeah,
could
just
still
keep it.
they
Yeah,
could
keep
still
it
bring
rolling.
it, right? They can still, but it's like at what point are you not available every weekend? Mason, with all due respect, like you're a little busy on the weekends with 5 kids, you know,
not
chasing
playing
them
any,
around.
not playing any fast pitch, baseball leagues right now. But here, why I asked you if like you had to be from the area is when I was so over in Ireland, they play Gaelic football, and you literally where you were born is the only team you can play.
Oh,
for.
wow.
So it's like
That's intense.
During the as they're like putting teams together every year, everyone goes back home, tries out for the team, and then they put the team together. So I was just curious if it's like, all right, you have to be like, have your driver's license, you're in that town for that to happen. So but still awesome that that they have those leagues going. I mean, those are kind of those grassroots cool things that I feel like Wisconsin and the Midwest does better than a lot of other places.
I think I agree with that. This is the Mason Crosby Show. 414-677-1250. 414-677-1250. If you've ever played in a men's baseball league, a community one, or if you've played at the Rock, or if you have an area that everybody plays where you're listening from, please give us a call or give us a text. The Brewers did break their losing streak last night, Mason, and boy, did they need it. And Abner Uribe came in as the closer. He gave up a couple really hard hit balls, but a ground ball, kind of a laser right at Joey, made the play. There was one in kind of the left center field gap that Brandon Lockridge, who his glove is becoming more and more noticeable out there in the outfield as a positive. He chased that one down. We all love McGill. McGill made the All-Star team last year. Clearly doesn't have it. But Uribe, give up a couple hard hit balls. I'm still not sure, even with the win last night, I'm still not sure all is fine in bullpenville for the Brewers.
Well, they did.
But Chad Patrick had a great start.
He is a dog.
He is.
What a great start.
I mean, but we're back to the boys just don't get up for Chad Patrick. Like, it's one of his best outings of his
There's
career.
no boys right now, though.
Yeah, I get that, but it was all last year. We did the same process too, where he got the short end of the stick when Miz got brought up. Because the bats just don't get up. Whenever Chad Patrick's out there, he goes 6 2/3. He doesn't have a big strikeout day, but very efficient the entire time. I would have let him in to try to go 7. I know that it didn't matter and DL Hall got out of it, but DL Hall came in for that lefty-lefty matchup, which Andres Gimenez still got a single up the middle, and then he let a ball go all the way to the warning track in left field that everyone was holding their breath the entire time it was in the air.
Yeah. So it would have been nice to, kind of like they took Woody out on Sunday after 70 pitches, and it's, you don't win the pennant on April 12th, but you can lose it. Last night, Chad Patrick had 81 pitches with 1 out to go to get to 7 complete. And it's like, man, it sure would have been nice.
Get there.
Right. Just let him get there. Right.
I don't know. But yeah, I think obviously Chad Patrick just so solid. What is that? Why do you think the bats are cold? Or do you just think he matches up sometimes? It's just luck of the draw. Like it looked like the Toronto pitching was pretty solid last night as well.
Yeah, Dylan Cease is really good. And he pitched really well. But remember, Churio, Vaughn, Yelich, you have 3 of the top 5 hitters on the team, not on the team right now.
Yeah,
and
but it was the same last year, though.
But it wasn't this.
They couldn't get their bats going.
For Patrick, you mean specifically?
Yeah, no, we're saying for Patrick.
Oh, yeah. That I don't know. That happens. Like that'll happen in a season. Yeah. But if this is going to carry over, then that's weird. Like that doesn't usually happen as a carryover.
The most adult men's baseball text just came in on the Nicolay Law Talking text line 414.
Yeah, this is
bringing us here. Used to play out in Thiensville when I was right out of college.
That's who used to play against my North Shore guys.
Our starting catcher would be ripping heaters, talking to moms while shagging fly balls in warm-ups. At least 3 guys would bring 30 racks. I don't think we ever made it to 9 innings.
Yeah. Because he wanted to keep it. He wanted to play.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is right. That's men's
save
baseball
that
right
one for we need to reference that on any day that we need to pick me up.
That is absolutely awesome. By the way, Monches is west of Menominee Falls, just north of Merton, I guess. I was not familiar. I don't know if Monches is like an incorporated, unincorporated, but it's certainly, all right, whatever.
Just a little geography lesson.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Which I don't usually need.
Yeah,
around the state.
I feel like I know, from being up there for so long. But yeah, I never heard of Monches.
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure either. Jeff in Superior, we're going to get to you at the top of the 1 o'clock hour. We're going to talk some NFL replacement refs because Mason's favorite memory of NFL football ever is replacement referees. So we're going to talk is that coming back?
Yeah, PTSD. Here we go.
That was brutal. That was the worst night ever. That was. He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. My name's Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. We are the Mason Crosby Show. And remember, you're already here, but tell your friends that after the final pitch, they should make the switch because Tommy and Tim are coming up.
Yeah, that's right.
A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
Is he doing that on purpose with his hat?
Did you see the lights? Like, it looked like you turned the lights off when you did that. Look at the smile
on his face. Look at the smile.
Just trying to have a little fun here on this Thursday.
You are having fun.
You haven't taken the stairs in a while on stream.
Well, I'm sitting.
I know.
Our desk got all moved around, so I'm sitting. So I
Molly
had to do
hurt her
something.
hamstring, so you had to take the stairs out, and so the elevator's in now.
It's true. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll take the elevator tomorrow whenever I come.
Nice. This is the Mason Crosby Show. I'm Mitch Nellis. Tommy Wirtz is here. Mason Crosby. Man, I hate pop-ups. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Remember, after the game, Tommy and Timmy will have the post-game show. That's the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. I don't know if you saw or not, Mason, but Gary Sanchez, of course, doesn't hit a home run, but he got a hit. So, I know we're getting greedy with the home run.
We got greedy.
But some of us on our
Did he
underdog.
get a double?
No, of course not.
Oh, gosh. If he had gotten a double.
He can hit one off the wall, Mason, and he's standing at first base. Let's go. Come on.
That jersey just floating behind him.
It
And
is, yeah.
I love it.
Just
I love
doing
that.
his thing. Did you see?
Did you see? What do you think of the 4-letter network? What do you think of
What
the
are they
line?
doing?
And this is geared a little bit towards Tommy being the younger one of the group.
Okay.
What do you think of the line underneath where can Chef Steph keep cooking tonight?
I was just going to ask you, did you see Steph last night?
But do you like that line?
I think the generations above me try to cater to us, and we think it's cringe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
okay.
in the words of all my kids and
look at A-Rod.
It felt very cringe.
We got some
to me,
A-Rod
for
on
sure.
TV right
Yeah,
now.
I
love him.
I understand how it feels a little cringe. I understand why they are trying to cater. I don't think anyone my age has ever been, whoa, I am such a fan of the 4-letter network because they said he's cooking right now. No one is.
You will never experience, Tommy, the magic of what SportsCenter meant to us. Like that 1 a.m.
gosh.
SportsCenter was
What it used to be.
right. What it used to be. You and you have Barstool and you got all this other things going on that we'll never understand what they mean to you.
When
But
when they had the PTI type theme
Yep.
of where it was going down, where you knew what they
Going
were
down
going to
the
talk
list.
about next,
Yeah.
that was peak, and that was probably when
That
I
was- I agree.
very young, maybe 8 years old. I still kind of
I
remember
honestly
them
liked.
doing
Was
that.
it around the horn? I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that.
Same thing.
Great
When you
show.
got eliminated for your
Yeah.
bad take.
I mean,
give me that.
I was in my probably late 20s and I'm 50 now and I still want to be Tony Kornheiser when I grow up.
Yeah,
I just do. Because he started in radio and was a radio guy forever and
Yeah.
then became this TV guy. All right, before we get into all the great things we want to get into in the 1 o'clock hour, Jeff is in Superior.
All right, let's get it.
Jeff, you are on the Mason Crosby Show.
Well, hi, guys. I think you're exactly right. I think radio is awesome. I'd love to get into it myself.
You're in it right now,
Before I-
Jeff.
You're on right now.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
hello.
go.
Yeah, I want to put out in the universe. I wish we could get Jeremiah Love on the Green Bay Packers. I don't know how, when, or
Interesting.
why, but I would love to see. I'm a Notre Dame grad. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I'd love to see Jeremiah Love play for my beloved Green Bay Packers. I would take a miracle, but who knows?
Mace, I don't hate that take just in terms of great athlete, great speed. I think he's going to have an impact in the NFL. I mean, he's a top 10 pick, right?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how.
so
I don't
you
know how that one's going to happen. Maybe in 4 or 5 years.
Maybe second contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you asked about a baseball story.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
Okay. So I played. This is small town America up here. I played on a team,
Where do you live, Jeff?
and I live in Superior.
In Superior proper?
Yeah, I do downtown. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So we played a team from Hayward, and it's small town, so we know everybody, kind of thing. And the coach put a guy in to pitch for us who was the middle linebacker on our football team.
Nice. Love that.
And this guy was, he was bulked, a strong, big guy, but he didn't have much control.
Uh-oh.
So the top of the first inning, or it was the bottom of the first because we were playing in Hayward, they scored 9 runs off of him.
Oh, no.
9
Uh-oh.
runs. And I was excited to play because I was in right field. I thought, oh, man, I'm on the field, right? I didn't see a single ball. They all went to left field, right field, or center field, infield. I mean, this guy, and he didn't take them out. 9 runs were down in the first inning.
That's brutal, man.
Guess what the final score was?
Is this a comeback story?
15-14, you guys won.
It was 9-8.
Oh!
He came back and scored 8 runs. And this pitcher, I mean, he was feeling it. So what did he do? Every time he got up to bat, he got a hit. He hit in runs. I bet I don't know how many, but it had to be 4 or 5 runs just because of him, because he wanted to make up that deficit. But
and he almost did. That's a great story, Jeff.
Man.
Love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You guys take care.
Hey,
All
you
right.
too. Thanks so much, Jeff.
You.
Yep, stay dry. Yeah, I mean that's like that's town baseball right there.
I know.
It's like,
just remember,
you never know what's going to happen.
That's so great.
I love that.
Middle linebacker from the high school team.
I thought there was going to be like he was.
I thought he was going to get in a fight. Yeah.
Either a fight or like he nailed a couple guys. Those are the worst guys to face. Like whether you're 8 years old or 50 years old, it's like the guy who throws the hardest but has no control, and you have no idea where that ball's going.
I still remember the one from my little league. His name was Matt Stone. He was like the biggest kid, through like just heat all the time. And you're standing in there shaking like this ball could hit me at any moment right now.
Mason, Derek Gemma.
You still remember?
Derek Gemma he was like a 6-foot lefty at 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And just threw so hard. Lefties were more scared than righties were, of course, because he was coming from the left side.
Right.
But it was just like great when you knew you were facing Gemma.
Yeah.
You knew it was an adventure.
Ours was Angus White.
Oh, yeah.
No, was it really?
Angus. I don't think anyone is not 6'5", 300 pounds named Angus.
Yeah,
like this
you
kid
knew
is
that was
a
coming.
unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's awesome. Shout out to Ox and Cats. It's a sports bar in Monches. I've definitely driven by Ox and Cats because I go up, definitely for youth softball tournaments. I've definitely passed by it. Great bar and fish fry. You might have to try that out sometime, you guys. Just south of Holy Hill. Nice. So Monches is a real place.
I know where it is then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've driven by Holy Hill 1,000 times on my way to Heartland or Richfield for softball tournaments.
Heartland, that's where Aaron Hills is. So,
Yep, exactly.
Know it well.
So Mace,
I don't know. Like I've been trying. I feel like I've been trying to like not talk about this. Like I want to, because I kind of honestly, again, PTSD. It was 2012 the last time there were replacement refs. So
was it 12?
Just an all around.
I didn't remember
awful,
it was the same year that you sucked.
Just an all around awful thing. And it's fitting that the Fail Mary happened, and then I didn't make a kick for the next month and a half. So it's
Kevin.
I blame the refs.
Yep.
I blame the refs. I probably made a lot of kicks. It was probably the refs' fault.
Oh, I like that.
They probably couldn't. Yeah, they just didn't know how to call it. Okay, I feel better now.
Speaking of the 4-letter network, we go to Kevin Seifert reporting for the 4-letter network. The NFL is starting onboarding potential replacement officials as the expiration of its collective bargaining agreement with the NFL Referees Association approaches. Clubs were informed today in a memo from Perry Fewell, the league's senior VP of officiating. Several replacements have completed background checks with NFL security, according to the memo, and they will soon be given physical examinations. Online and in-person training sessions with league officiating supervisors are scheduled to begin on or near May 1st. We are 2 weeks away, Mason, from replacement referees starting to train to officiate actual NFL action.
Yeah. I mean, there's still time before the regular season, but I mean, talk about a power move by the NFL. Like, hey, we're just,
that's what they're doing.
You don't want to
right?
negotiate. If we don't want to do this, we'll just start training refs now.
Later on in that article, Mitch, from the 4-letter network, according to sources, the NFL has offered the NFLRA a 6-year deal that averages annual raises of 6.45%. Do you know, Mason, off the top of your head, what the average NFL official made in 2025?
I actually don't know. No, I haven't looked into that.
$385,000.
Wow, that's way more than I would have thought.
Way more than I thought that was going to be the number.
I thought it was like between 150 and 2.
Because I remember
that would have been my guess.
I also remember that was a big deal with the last time the NFLRA got into it. It was trying to get full-time employment for a lot of these guys, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that means a benefit package.
Does
or
the RA want the full-time, or does the NFL want full-time?
I think the NFL does.
Really?
I think the NFL does, because I think the refs don't, because a lot of those guys
they have other
full-time
jobs.
Lawyers, finance guys, like they have other jobs.
Like
they're happy to take their $400K a year doing 16 weeks or 18 weeks and then going and working their normal job the rest of the year.
I would love to know what the off-season program is, protocol for the NFLRA with the NFL. Like, do they have to complete some training? Do you have
I would hope so.
Do you have to like go to these meetings or whatever? Are you in a workout program? There's no way.
Well, then they come to off-season programs and they come to training camp. We always had a ref crew in for all of those things.
Like a full crew, not just
it was a full crew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'd have one for OTAs and all those things, that time, mini camp. And then you have some come in through training camp. They'd spend a week, 10 days. And
so that's a lot of time. Like if they have other jobs, like they'd have to take a lot of time off during that period. So it makes sense that the NFL would want them to be full time, but it would also make sense. Like, listen, if I make 150, 200 a year as an accountant, but I'm making 400 grand as an official. I want both those salaries.
Well,
exactly. That's the thing is like, okay, what's that number for a head official who is maybe, has a business somewhere else and is making already 250K or whatever on their other job. It's like, okay, so now you got to pay me $750 to do this job or whatever. And like, I just don't, they're probably far apart on that.
I just don't know how you get to 40 hours a week as an NFL official. Like if you're going to say, oh, these are full-time, like if it feels as if you're going to be making up work for them if they're getting to 40 hours.
You'd have to give them like
week.
Other jobs in the off season where they're just doing things at the NFL offices. Like, is that how it works?
Well,
like coming up with new strategies on how to call things.
Are they going to get some sort of say in the NFL rule book because of this? If they are going to be, do they take into account what officials say when they're going into changing these rules? We don't hear anything about the NFLRA going into rule changes. Is it
not at all
their job that they can add input on new rules that are being implemented on a year basis? Like, shouldn't that be something that they converse with the officials? If do they think the kickoff rule is dumb? Do they think that they should shorten
it hard
the
for them to call, right?
Right.
It's like what is like the hard, like what are hard things for you to officiate? And because they come out with these new points of emphasis, right? And that was always the refs thing when they show up. They do a whole lecture and they're like, they would just go through the NFL video of points of emphasis, and then they'd just be like, we're going to call it more because it's what the NFL wants us to call more of. And you see it in the first like 3 games, you see them calling a ton of one type of penalty, and then it usually evens out, but they just want to hit that hard for the first part of the season.
That one this year, if you remember, Mitch, was the offensive lineman not being lined up. Remember all the calls this year where they were calling that all throughout the first 4 weeks, first month of the season.
And that's exactly the point, Tommy and Mason. You've seen this 100 times. Like when there's a point of emphasis, September, it gets called all the time. And then everything reverts back to normal. Everything, whatever the point of emphasis is, it only lasts a month, right? It's not like, I don't know if they expect, the players to adjust, but everything just goes back to how it always was.
And the players adjust. And there's some things that I'm like you have to give like a warning. And there's always like the lineup thing. We've kind of groaned about that in the season. It's like, if they didn't give them you usually get a warning on the line of scrimmage. Like, hey, get yourself up. Yeah. If you do it again, I'm probably going to throw the flag. Like most of the time it takes one moment of that, but it felt like last year they were just like, first time we're throwing the flag, and that's going to be our warning time now. So I don't know how I feel. I mean, I can't remember in 2012 if they brought them in this early or if they were just kind of like knee jerk and they brought in college officials. So at least maybe in this moment they're figuring out what went wrong last time, and they're bringing people in to get them prepared, because let's be real, the refs are in a tough spot because there are probably guys who have been training to be in their positions and try to find a spot in the NFL reffing cycle. And now they're getting called up as these replacements. So I don't know. I ran into a guy a couple of years, I think it was 2 years ago. I think I told you all about that out at Sacramento Kings game. And he was quickly working himself up the ladder.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he's not one of those guys that's called. And Yeah, and gets called up here because it's like he went through high school. Then he was quickly up into like the Mountain West, and then he got into the Big 12 last year. So he's probably going to be one of those types of guys that's going to be looked at to be a replacement route.
So then ESPN also previously reporting that the NFL is looking for 150 officials to serve as replacement referees for 2026. The ideal candidates would have experience working small college games with onboarding to begin here in April. A 4-day clinic would take place in early as May as a part of that process. I love that it's like, hey, have you refed a Whitewater game? Give us 4 days. You can do the NFL. Like after that, that was the part of it. Is there something that the top officials in college, like they have some sort of protection? Like if you're an SEC official, like can you not get out of that contract as easy if you are trying to go to the NFL? It's so weird that the NFL can't just pick and pluck from some of the top college officials if that was the case too.
Well, I still remember from 2012, there was a guy that actually, I think, reffed one of our games. He came up to me before the game, and he had reffed me in high school in Texas. And he had like worked his way up. He was reffing in the SEC at the time. Like currently, he was doing both. So that's, I think, too, why the last time was such a nightmare as well, is these guys were reffing sometimes 2 games a weekend. Like it's like they would ref down in Madison and then come up and do the Packers home game. Like it was a complete mess. I think fast track some of these guys. If I'm the NFL, I'm like, okay, former players, guys that like maybe have, asked questions about the reffing programs.
But it's got to be
Let's
guys
see if
who
we can fast track some of these guys.
It's got to be guys who have some refereeing background.
You would think, but yes, but
right.
Who knows? I mean, who knows what that's going to look like? Because like Tommy said, some of these top SEC guys or Big Ten refs might not want to even step into that space, knowing it's going to be a short-lived deal and be a stressor unless the NFL steps up and pays them significantly more than what they're making there as a college ref.
So Crosby, you were talking about the timeline last time in 2012 on when this process all was beginning. This is just according to like the 2012 NFL referee lockout Wikipedia page. So I don't know if it's fully 100% accurate,
accurate.
But just saying, I feel like Wikipedia gets a bad rap, guys. Okay. Like I think it's fine. Don't write a college paper with it, but like for the most part, it's all good. Apparently on June 4th in 2012, the NFL announced it would begin hiring replacement officials. So they are significantly ahead of schedule, 7-8 weeks or so ahead of that schedule on maybe trying to look ahead at hiring replacement referees. And some of the main issues from that last time was behind the dispute was the retirement plan. Under the previous NFL referees received a defined benefit plan where retired workers would be granted a fixed amount of income based on length of their employment. The league wanted to switch it to a defined contribution 401k plan under the benefits that would depend on the performance of the plan's investment and would not be guaranteed. So that was the main issue. It was a experience and what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Whatever it is, just based on your tenure, if you will, in the NFL versus actually contributions that you could make to a 401k plan. And the last, again,
so it's benefits more than anything.
At that time, $149,000 per employee was the average for NFL officials. And like we said, that's up to $380,000. I mean, they got a $200,000 raise since then. It feels like a lot.
Because it was a renegotiation.
I get it.
As soon as that Hail Mary happened, the refs had all the power, and the NFL said, "Okay, what's that number to get you back?" And it was more. It was more than double to come back to the field.
And then the full-time officials. I don't know if this is talking about today's NFL or if we're still back in 2012 when talking about this. The NFL currently employs 17 officiating crews, one of each of them for 16 games played. All right. And the current group of officials are classified as part-time workers, with 90% of NFL referees holding other full-time jobs.
Yep.
The league wanted 7 referees to work as full-time employees, one for each officiating position, a referee, umpire, linesman, etc.
Okay.
The full-time officials would work with the league on a year-round basis on issues like safety, rule interpretation, training, and scouting. The union was not opposed to this idea, but wanted assurance that full-time employees would be fairly compensated.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's in my mind, just in the business and like the safety and like what the refs control in these games, like that makes total sense to me.
And that's not a huge ask, it feels like, right? What's one full-time official per official positions?
Let's be real. Here's probably the issue, though. It's like, do the full-time guys demand more money than the part-time? So
absolutely.
But then say like you're saying one guy, one position, not necessarily one guy on each crew, right? Like, is it one guy on each
one
crew?
per, right? It's referee, umpire, linesman.
Yeah.
Not
So,
per
but what
crew.
if you're a linesman or an umpire and you're getting paid more now than the head guy? Like, that was probably some of the discrepancy. Like, they were never going to agree.
Let's be real.
It's paid per position, not paid by like
the officiating crews,
right?
Yeah, I think that
why not go find 7 officials like they do like on the networks. You got your officials behind the scene, and just go find and like put a committee together that are those guys.
Well,
like, why do you need them on the field?
Let's be real. The easiest way to do this would just be make the full-time official the guy who speaks, right? The guy who comes in and tells you what happened on the play. You should just have
isn't
one
the
per
easiest
crew.
way to just go ABS and just have robots do the officiating?
It's too subjective on calls.
I know.
You know, like you can call holding on every single play then. Like a robot's calling holding on every single play.
Very true.
Yeah.
414-677-1250. We've got some text coming in about this. We'll keep this conversation rolling. Should referees be full-time? Should they get a raise? What is the best solution for the NFL and the referees? For me, the fan, I don't care about the refs or the players or the owners. I don't care about any of them. For the fan, what is the best solution for moving forward for the NFL and its referees? My name is Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. Tommy Wirtz is in the house. Mason Crosby is in his dad's season. This is the Mason Crosby Show.
Always.
Hey, it's the Mason Crosby Show. My name is Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. Tommy Warhurst is here. Mason Crosby's here. And the NFL referees are not here. Mason, are you friends with any refs? Like, do you know any dudes? And not just you, but like in general, do you think there's any fraternization? Like, do players and refs get to know each other ever?
I mean, you get to know them over the years, and whenever they come visit, again, they're they're in our meetings in our space for a week, so you have a relationship, but nothing like it's not like you're
like how are the kids
going and playing golf, hanging out. Yeah, I mean, I got to know some guys pretty well. There's actually at my club here in Tennessee, one of the former refs plays golf over here, so I had a conversation with him.
Sounds like we have a future guest on the Mason Crosby
6
show.
months ago.
Well, just a reminder that
he was probably there in 2012. Like
there you go.
During the
a reminder that I reached out to Ed Hockley and he said no.
Yeah,
they don't want to talk about this
because
stuff.
They don't want to. Yeah, just a reminder. He got back to me. Good for him. Thank you for saying no.
414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talk and text line if you want to chime in on how awful it is to see replacement referees in the NFL. 414 says, why do refs need to work 40 hours a week? Teachers get paid for only working 8 months out of the year. You could say that's a failure of our education system, but
no one goes to school.
Yeah, nobody goes to school anyway, right?
But I do say, I mean, the players, we're not, the players and everybody, like they're not, I guess you're not full time, but like, you get benefit, you get all the things negotiated. So, the season is what it is.
But the players
you
at
can
least
still be full time and not work 40 hours.
You're still, how many days of the week were you going to the facilities when you were in the NFL?
Well, every day. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, you still have an obligation to go to work, to work out, to go to meetings.
So, Tommy, that's your concern, just like with the kids not going to school, is that you make them full-time and you're just like, well, they don't even work
listen,
1 day a week.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Dak Prescott makes $60 million a year. You get your ass in there every single day. All right. Yeah. Like that feels like during the season.
Kyler Murray can play his video games, but Dak Prescott has to get
I'm just saying, like, if you're going to pay them that much, you should be accessible 7 days a week.
Okay. So let's just say that. What are they making? You said they're making about $350 a year right now.
$385 average.
Yeah. That's average, right?
Yes.
So that means
someone's making more, someone's making
I'm guessing the head refs are probably making
maybe 500.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is a lot more than they were making like even 3-4 years ago.
For sure. What's the number then for full time? Like, what do you think like they would have to do? And again, I think that proposal by the NFL, having a few full-time guys that are in the room, in the space, kind of helping with the processes is smart. I don't know if that structure in my mind would feel right. Like if you have like one full-time guy as your umpire and the head guy's not, full-time, I feel like there's a power situation there that you're gonna.
That might be weird.
And right away, I'm sure the union was like, "Nope, we're not doing."
And the situation that I think also lays out easiest is if you just had one full-time guy on each crew, and then it's like a boss, right? You get to report.
Well, that's
to
what
someone.
I don't. Yeah, I don't get why you can't be. Yeah, the head guy should be full-time, or you just say the one guy, like one certain the line ref for every crew is the full-time guy.
Right. Just have someone to report to. And you can always have someone you can like ask questions.
He's the one who's in contact with the NFL about what the points of emphasis.
Well, every crew has one or two like subs every week in case someone gets hurt or things like that. And you just make that alternate your full-time guy. And it's like they're always an alternate and they're there to support from the NFL.
And that they have the connection to the NFL. They have
they'll have the answer.
They're the conduit.
Yeah,
you need that eye in the sky guy needs to be full time. He doesn't even have to run.
Well, eye in the sky is about to get a lot more interesting too. But before we get there, let's go back to the Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. Why not just make all of them full-time? I mean, the NFL, I feel, has enough money. Who's getting less money if you make all of them full-time? The owners? 9 times out of 10, the fans have to pay for all the stadiums and everything anyway.
It's 10 times out of 10, by the way, not 9 times.
Not 9 times out of 10.
And also the owners making less money. Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll go over well in the NFL. No, yeah, of course they're going to pay them as little as they can. They want to do that with their players.
Yeah. So I think that the players.
I honestly think though this one is actually the opposite. I think it's less about the owners making less money. It's more about some of these refs. Like I know some of those guys like have really good jobs.
Yeah.
Like they've worked hard, like they're lawyers, like, finance guy, like they make a lot of money outside of reffing. So it's like to say, hey, make me full time doesn't quite like it doesn't move the needle.
So it's their time. It's not necessarily like it doesn't sound like it's money is the issue. The issue is time.
Yeah. It's like, what does full time look like? Am I going to have to be in New York?
Right.
Most of the year, like going into offices.
Can I work from home?
Yeah, exactly.
How often do I need to be in training sessions? Are they in person?
And just right away, because they have a referee, like an association, a union, they are going to, you kind of look down, okay, like the lowest like common denominator, right? Mm-hmm. Like, all right, who is getting the least amount? And you like work from there. And then it's like, all right, how does this balance out for everybody and sound fair? Because like I bet the NFL's like, hey, we'll pay these guys whatever,
right? And
then we'll figure out what we pay the guys that we don't deem as important, like from their business idea, and the unions coming back and be like, nah, we kind of want it more, like we want it structured this way that is more fair for our whole collective group. So. That's just the two different mindsets.
One of the interesting things that's buried at the end of the article by Kevin Seifert, owners passed a series of rule changes last month to give league staff in New York City broad authority to help officiate games via video feeds if replacement officials are used in games.
Crazy.
How much could I get paid for like sitting in a studio watching like every play of every game? Like how much are these guys going to get paid?
But so are they going to be in their ears like that was pass interference? I
don't know.
Because I mean, there was eye in the sky
missed a holding, right?
In 2012, right?
Yeah.
For the Fail Mary. I mean, they reviewed the play.
Yeah.
And they still called it a touchdown, which and like any way you look at it, I get it. Like, okay, he had his hands on the ball, but it was after Jennings was on his back with the ball. He got his arms in there. It's like, there is no way you slice that you will ever convince me. Even again, I'm biased because I was on the losing team and it was against us, but I feel like just a fan of sports. Like I have even like, I've hung out with Golden Tate and I'm like, bro, like really? He just kind of, he shrugs.
Yeah. What are you?
Like,
what's he gonna
I feel
say?
like anyone that's played or is a fan of sports, you look at that and you're like, we know what happened there. Come on now.
Yeah.
Do you do the same with Des Bryant?
No, Des Bryant didn't catch that.
Oh, that was amazing. Tommy with the question
by definition of the rule.
All right.
He didn't catch it. I will say, I can't say it. I'm a Packer. I can't give my like PC comment here of like what I might think because I was part of that game. He didn't catch it. And here's my mentality. Even if he had caught it and they scored there, we had Aaron Rodgers and that team was a team that like was poised to win. Like there was time. We were going to go down there and win that game. Like, give me a break. It was the Dallas Cowboys. Like, we always win those games.
Rams on the north side of Milwaukee. Ram, you're on the Mason Crosby Show.
Well, I'm going to say this. And Mason, I'm with you pleading the fifth. I get that. Because if you say something and go to social media, an hour later, it might be 10,000 hits. So we got to protect Mason.
Yeah. That's when you just shrug. You're just like,
Mitch and Tom, we got to protect Mason. So
we understand.
And I'm with it. I'm with it. Now, I'm going to say this about the referees. We can go back with just us on the radio. This took 10 years of the phantom calls. And then even with the calls when the people that's doing the game say, wait, I didn't see that. Then I want to do somebody get in their ear and say, hey, you can't say that. You're on the air. It was a live mic. And you sit there watching on TV or you play it back. You're like, that doesn't happen. Just like the pass interference call, Mason, when y'all played the Buccaneers with Tom Brady, and I'm not a Tom Brady fan.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go. I'm not going there right now. But I'm just saying, as a fan, and these phantom calls. So why wouldn't they want to pay referees to get high quality? Because I'm a firm believer, like my dad would always say, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, well,
There's
the script, unfortunately, the script that year was for Tom Brady to win the Super Bowl. So we were kind of –
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
We were doomed from the beginning.
The
but
Super Bowl colors, the Super Bowl logo colors.
Exactly. They got us from the very beginning.
He won't admit that Des Bryant caught it.
I agree with everything y'all saying. I'm sitting there looking at this like I was really mad about – but I had to step back like you, Mason, and Mitch. Like, you see it. It's just a game. You know, you calm down, you go outside, get some fresh air, or get a drink, or hit the blunt, or whatever you do. And you're sitting there like, we supposed to win that game.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, Ram, like what Ram's talking about too, though, is like those were official. These are NFL officials that like everyone, would say, okay, they're qualified, they can do the job.
Yep.
And they're still missing calls. So yes, to think about some replacement refs that have never officiated NFL games, the speed, all the stuff that goes on, the nuance. Like again, these corners, these guys, they know how to hold and pass interfere and do things and not get called for it with NFL official refs. All that stuff's just going to get heightened if there's refs, replacement refs. So I think of the one, what was it, the Rams-Saints game? I think that was the year the Rams won the Super Bowl, right?
They lost in the Super Bowl to the Patriots, I believe.
That was the year they lost, yeah.
But
the most
blatant
ever, right, miss in the history of football. And that was the only, maybe one of the few I've ever been maybe some blatant PIs under 2 minutes, critical situations should have reviewable situation, a reviewable option there. Because everybody could see. I mean, that guy got juked out of his shoes on a double move and tackled him to save a touchdown.
Tackled him before the ball got there.
Honestly, if they had called it, everyone would have applauded on the rant. They would have been like, hey, smart play. He was scoring a touchdown. Yeah, y'all were losing that game.
That's exactly right. 414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. Remember, Brewers snapped a 6-game losing streak last night. They're going for 2 in a row. They're tied 1-1 in the top of the 5th. Sacrifice fly by our best friend, Luis Rengifo. It was more a middle sac fly that Bryce Terang made happen.
Yeah, I mean, Terang ripped a double because
that's all he does.
Death taxes Bryce Terang on base at this point.
Well, and then professional hitter Bill Contreras hit a single too hard.
Yeah.
Because Bryce couldn't score on it because Contreras actually destroyed it. And so we're tied 1-1, top of the 5th. We're keeping our eye on that. You are listening to the Mason Crosby Show. He's Mason. He's Tommy. I'm Thunder. Looks nice out now. It was nice.
Storms coming?
Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, more storms coming. But right now, if you can go outside, go enjoy the outside. Okay. This is the Mason Crosby Show.
What's on Mason Crosby's mind today?
Now I'm thinking.
It's time for Extra Points, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Technology's
on the
the
Mason
worst.
Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis. On the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
This is the Mason Crosby show.
Oh, great show.
Yeah, it's a great show, even though Tommy is, just stealing time from us now. It's good. And we had the first ever show to show crossover in the middle of a show. I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Middle, start. I don't know. We had a good crossover. How's our parlay doing? We got any action on it? Anyone?
I think
Not good yet.
We got a no hit for Lockridge.
No hit for Varsho.
We
no
would have had a
run
hit
for
if you
Sanchez.
hadn't have done a home
Yeah,
run.
You
Sanchez.
guys peer pressured me. That was
No.
exactly
that's not
how,
even possible.
It's exactly how.
Have
the
you looked in the
experience
mirror
goes.
recently?
You guys.
Like peer pressure doesn't exist in your universe.
What do you mean? I don't peer pressure you guys. You guys.
No,
peer
we're not
pressure
saying
me.
you do, but I'm just saying peer pressure doesn't exist for you.
That's right.
You are so in love with you, and you should be.
That's
Look
not
in the-
even true.
Look in the mirror.
Superstar
Are you
status
kidding me?
now?
I'm one of the most
no
humble
way.
people here.
Oh, yes.
No.
No, that award goes
No.
to me. Relax.
No.
Tommy.
Yeah, humblest.
No,
humblest.
yeah. Don't forget, I am the most humble.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what? Let's see. What do we got going here? I was looking. WrestleMania was on. Just some highlights.
Yeah, it's
like the
Saturday and Sunday night, bro.
What do you think about Cody Rhodes tearing up the Pat McAfee?
Love it.
studio?
Oh, is that
Screw you,
what happened? I didn't see
McAfee.
that. Oh,
McAfee
nice.
is a complete jackwagon right now for all the crap he's doing. I'm fully on
Just tore it
board.
up.
Yeah, I'm fully on board with everything that Cody Rhodes just destroy him.
Nice. I saw the.
I hope he
saw
gets his
the-
ass kicked so hard.
I think it was
McAfee.
Liv Morgan was on Sports Center talking.
She's got a new video.
She looked like she had some like black eye, like she
Well,
had maybe
she's got-
gotten busted up. At
No,
some
I
point.
think it's makeup. I think that
Okay,
like
it's just-
she's got a Harley Quinn thing going on.
Oh, okay.
You know,
But-
Joker's girlfriend.
Yeah.
So,
So maybe it just didn't. All of it didn't come off.
Packer
Yeah.
fan Liv Morgan.
Oh,
is she?
nice.
As she should be.
All right. Well, if
Yeah.
she wins this weekend, let's
Ric Flair's a longtime Packers fan.
There
Like,
we
he,
go.
he grew up a Packers fan.
Really
I mean, he didn't grow
Nice.
up here, but like he was always a Packers fan.
interesting.
that.
Yeah, just growing up. Mason Crosby,
Yeah.
aka the kicker. The NBA playoffs start this weekend as well. Did you see Steph Curry last night?
I did not get to watch it. No.
Or did you
I
see any of the
I was
highlights
running
or-
around.
So they were down. I don't know how big they were down,
Cooking, though.
but he had. You got to go watch this video. So he shoots a three with like a minute and a half left, 2 minutes left.
He's pretty good. At this.
And as he shoots it over Brooke Lopez, who's 7 feet tall,
That's crazy. Yeah.
and he's like falling, like he shoots it while going sideways into the crowd. He lands in the crowd and doesn't even see the ball go in. So there's video of him, like somebody had their cell phone out and he
Yeah.
literally asked the guy, like, hey, to go in.
I
And the
love
guy's
that.
like, yeah, I went in. He's like, oh, yeah.
so
And
much
then-
swag that guy. I mean, that is like elite swagger.
Did
Whenever
you-
you're just like
It
you
is.
see someone filming
so
you
good.
and you just make sure.
Did
to
you
get
see
that
Kendrick
content.
Perkins call him the greatest point guard of all time? Mitch Nellis, your thoughts?
No,
on
I did
that?
not. But that is a Trav Shama. Like Kendrick Perkins is so stupid with so many of his takes. And like he was an enforcer and he was a decent center in the NBA. But it's like Steph's not a point guard.
Yeah.
He's just not a point guard.
He
He's
absolutely is.
no, he is a shooting guard. He may play the point
Yeah.
guard position, but he is not even close to like guys like Isaiah Thomas
I wouldn't
and
put
John
him, like,
Stockton
yeah, and, say,
and the
like,
guys.
compare him to some
Right.
of those like traditional point
I
guards.
Right.
think you guys, and I'm lumping you guys
Maybe
together.
like
in
As-
the
as-
same,
are we
day
being old
point guard.
heads?
Yeah, I think you
modern
and,
day point guard is what
you
you're-
and Crosby are getting lumped into this. I just think you guys sometimes refuse to say current generation ever has the greatest at a sport. I
Greatest-
really do.
Greatest shooter ever. Greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry.
for sure. Oh yeah.
Not even close. Like if I would
Whenever
love him
you
on
live
my
in a
team,
day and age when
but he's not a
Giannis
point
is
guard.
like plays point guard.
He's a
Like,
guard.
You can't like Giannis brings the ball down the court as point like
Right. So is he a point guard?
Yeah, like so it is the game has changed, so it's hard to like kind of lump that into
But
what
it's the same with
traditionally a point
with
guard
any sport though. Like baseball's never going to say Mike Trout's the greatest or whatever. Maybe, and he's probably not. I'm just saying
that is I mean that is tough. Things change and it's like you do have to almost go like in kind of lumps of time of like
Right.
who are
Steph
the
is the
greatest in
greatest
that,
3-point
in
shooter
the
of all
time.
time.
for sure.
If you could
Absolutely.
start a franchise today,
Yeah.
and you can pick one player from NBA history, but you got to play the 2027 season of NBA basketball. There is a very strong
I'd still
argument.
take Michael Jordan.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd still take Michael.
because in today's basketball, he would shoot threes as good as anybody else and play better defense and do everything else better. He just would.
He just did all the things. I mean,
Right. He
it's
just
hard
would.
to argue that he's like Michael's not the best.
I mean, if
all around basketball player.
you could actually argue
I'd take Shaq.
Joker. You could argue Jokic.
Shaq wouldn't be a bad
Jokic. Do you know what he did for that no one's ever done before this year?
Rebounds and assists.
He led the league in rebounds and assists. No one before this year had ever in the history of the NBA in separate seasons led the league in rebounds and led the league in assists. And he did it in the same season.
That's impressive.
That's nuts. And he's not going to win the MVP because people are.
Yeah. There's the crazy part.
Right. Well, that's
All
like
right,
Michael
guys.
Jordan, who lost it to Sean Kemp and Karl Malone and Charles Barkley every year when he shouldn't have. I mean, those were all. He was the better. He was better and more valuable than they were every season they won it. So.
All right. Well, hey, that's not where I thought this was going to go, but I'm excited for it. That was great. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, great show today. Let's do it again tomorrow. It's almost Friday.
2-hour WrestleMania preview tomorrow?
No, thank you.
He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis. We are the Mason Crosby Show.
Later.
Go Brewers.